Here live with Coach Lew at Accelerate Life University, your #1 source for self-education success. XLR8life.com. Hey guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lew. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8life.com. Coach Lew will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lew. Here's Coach Lew.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Time to go. Let's get to work here this morning. Yes, here we are. We are live with Breakthrough with Lew. Monday mornings, every Monday, guys, you're right here with me for one purpose and one purpose only. Oh, maybe many. But number one is to break through something that's stopping you. Okay, what I'm coming to you to talk to you about today is a new day, a new way. And you're going, oh no, Coach, you're one of these new age people. Everything's got to change and we're in a new world. No. It's not what I'm talking about. So don't panic. Don't hang up on me. Don't turn me off here. No matter who you are, you've got something this morning that you can gain from what we're about to talk about. Okay, last week, if you were on the show with me, and if you weren't, get back and watch the replay of the show because it'll make more sense what we're talking about this week. We talked about getting what you always have gotten by doing what you've always done. It was that simple. You were getting what you've always gotten by doing what you've always done. You know, they talk about the definition of insanity. And it's kind of funny because I made a joke about this the other day. I was doing the GSA auction and a vehicle broke down in the lane. It had a brake problem. So, you know, it seized up. It was a big truck. And, you know, they kept going back to it and starting it up and trying again. And I finally, over the mic, said to our GM from the auction there, and he's a good guy, I said, you know what the definition of insanity is? And we all just burst out laughing. And we talked about it after. He was like, you know, once they cool down, sometimes those brake modules release. And I was like, get it. You know, I know what you're doing, but it was just so funny because it'd be like, brrr, not working, brrr, not working, brrr, not working. And it was like, okay, number one, you don't always stop with the first failure, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm watching this and I'm watching it play out. And I thought about that. Well, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get the same result. The key there was not giving up was admirable in the scenario. The other key was we got to do something a little different one of these times. When you fire that up, there's a missing link. Okay, and I'm using this as a great analogy for today because once you've gotten past that point of doing what you've always done and getting what you've always gotten, I want you to hear that loud and clear. There's a truth that'll be told. Was the old way, once you pass that, was the old way what you really wanted? You know, a lot of times we look back and go, the good old days, and we had some fun, and those days were fun. This was easier back when. All right, well, back when isn't necessarily coming back. You know, we all look back and, go, oh man, in the 1950s and the 1960s, they had life so simple. 39-cent gas, families hung out together, kids sat in cars without car seats and seat belts and generally lived. Yeah, because you didn't have 20 million people on the roads like you have here in Central Florida and 15 accidents every day that you see, and God knows how many really happen. Maybe you lived in a more rural area or something as a kid and, it was okay. But the truth is the old way what you really wanted. You're sitting here watching me today via live stream. This isn't that old. I'm older than the concept of live stream. Most of us are, okay? Most of us aren't older than the concept of TV, but honestly, a lot of these new concepts, we wouldn't be able to get together on a Monday morning. You might be able to listen to me on the radio or something, but you wouldn't be able to get together with me and then go back to our website. There was a time that wasn't a thing. And watch the replays and get the education you need like this. So is the old way really what you wanted? And you might say, well, yeah, I want that family feeling back. When grandma passed, Christmas hasn't been the same, or whatever holiday you celebrate. She was the glue of the family and stuff. I've been hearing that a lot over the past few years. And you know what? You're right. Grandma's house on Christmas Eve, my God, that was amazing. The whole family got together. Uncle Joe brought his guitar and sang music, and then Uncle Joe would always disappear when Santa Claus showed up. Guess who was Santa Claus? But, and all that fun stuff, and that's right. And now, it's like, come on, kids, come on. You guys coming for a couple hours on Christmas Eve, and there's not the big family gathering and stuff, and you go, oh, I really want that back. But what do you really want back? That connection with your family, your friends, some traditions. Nothing wrong with that. You gotta maintain that. And there's a new way to maintain that. You don't sit there and go, oh, it's gone. No, how do you, we live in separate states. Not everybody's gonna get on an airplane and come to Florida for Christmas. My family. Because guess what? They still like snow. And guess what? I sometimes like snow on Christmas too. Okay? But we're not always able to be under the same roof, especially as families grow and in-laws and all that come along. But then you have a concept like this, or Zoom, where you can all get together and, still have the family connection in a new way. Doesn't mean you give it up, you denounce holidays and go, well, we're going to be androgynous, we're going to be this, and nobody's different than the other, and we're all going to dress the same. No, bullcrap, that's socialist. But seriously, there's a new way of doing things that you can have the old style tradition and feelings. Wow. I didn't even think of that example. That wasn't part of what I was going to do on the show today, but I'm glad that came through me. To be able to deliver to you, because it was like, there's a great melding of the old and the new that needs to occur. It doesn't need to be one way or the other. But was the old way you were doing things serving you? Maybe it had to do with different, maybe it was your career, your business, the way you were showing up in your relationship, it got stale or something like that. Was the old way serving you? If the results you were getting were not the results you wanted, then the answer is no. So now it's time for a new day and a new way. You've stepped beyond the old way of doing things. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm not wanting to give up morals. I'm not wanting to give up family and the great feelings and the wonders of our world around us. I'm just trying to enhance the way we do things. Okay, if you enhance your business by finding new ways and grow, that's awesome. If you find new ways to keep your relationship happy and growing, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you go, oh, I'm gonna, become like some of these people and change the way I believe about man or woman or anything. You don't have to do all that. No, that's not what we're talking about. New day, new way. There's some really crazy shit going on right now. You got to face it. That there's some stuff that most people would go, not for me. Well, that's not what I'm coming here to say. Oh, you got to embrace these new things that are not moralistic or great. No, what I'm saying is, and no judgment. I don't care how you live your life. What I do care about is how you impose if you choose to live differently than others. Don't impose stuff and shove it in people's faces. Just live. And that goes out to my Christian brothers and sisters too. Don't shove our religion down people's throats. That's when you push them away. Or if you're Buddhist, don't shove your religion down somebody else's throat. Live by example. The same thing if however you want to live or whatever, just live. Let everybody live and live. If somebody comes to you and wants to know more about something, whatever it is, you share. But live and let live. Have a little more compassion in this world for each other. There is no necessarily right or wrong on most cases. It's all about delivery. If I got on here in the mornings, on Monday mornings, and said, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you'd say, I don't want to watch this all the time. But what if I get on here and I say, hey, here's some options. Have you looked at it from this view? Have you, tried to change the patterns of what you do? Great stuff, right? All right, so let's rock back on track here. Okay, so the truth is doing things the old way, in the case of what we worked on last week, wasn't working because it was giving you the same result and it wasn't the result you wanted. So you change things up, okay? So let me ask you a question. Did you really change anything up? Are there things you want to do, dreams you want to live, but things just haven't worked out that way, or stuff got in the way, or, oh, my family's going to judge me, or, oh, I've done it this way forever? No. Is that really how you want to live your life? Okay, last week I gave you the steps to change. So, did you do it? I'll ask you again, did you do it? What are you waiting for? New Year's, someday, next Monday, next year, when the president changes, when the economy changes, when the market changes? What are you waiting for? WTF? What the are you waiting for? Okay, because everybody waits and waits and waits, and gets to the deathbed and goes, I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, you don't want to be there. Is the life you have right now the one you want to go to that deathbed on? If you ended up on your deathbed this week, would you go, wow, that was the most amazing life? Or would you go, I wish I had done this. I wish I had started this business. I wish I had, worked on my marriage more. I wish I had spent more time with my children. I wish I had had the best Christmas or the best whatever you celebrate and that we've had in years, with all the debacles we've had over the past few years that have tried to stand in the way of people's joy in being a free, happy America where people have compassion and work together and treat each other right. It's all been dug at and yanked and torn. Would you go to your deathbed and go that you've lived the life that you wanted and deserved? Okay? So what does this new day really mean? We've kind of touched on that. It means creating habits. Habits matter. Habits are what get you to want and keep where you really want to be. Get you to want it, do it, and stay on track to where you really want to be. That's what it is. It's habits, guys. That's what the show is really going to dig into today. This is what we're here to talk about. Okay? So it's not about beating yourself up for what you did or didn't do last day, last week, last year, last month. It isn't about, changing to conform to anybody else. Be you. Okay? Whether I agree with you the way you want to be or not is not what I'm here to talk to you about. I don't have to agree with the way you live, the religion that you support, the business that you're in, the spouse you choose, or any of that. I don't have to agree with you to go, you know what, you're a fellow American, or wherever you're watching in this world, a fellow human being, that we are common ground, that we want to grow and be better for the greater good. And that isn't a kumbaya, everybody be the same. That is a you be unique to bring your special uniqueness to this world. You create the habits that make you a better person, that spills over into making your family better, to making your community and your world, etc. better. You see where I'm going with this? Okay, sometimes people are like, oh, you sound like you're a little borderline judgmental about some things. Well, there are some things that you just, that don't align with your beliefs. But if you believe different than if you're a different political party than I am, I still support your freedom to have that belief for that political party or whatever it is you do. And if everybody just gave that a two-way street, we'd find that we're not all so far away like we think we are. Just saying. All right, now I want to talk to you a little bit about instinct versus habits. Instinct is generally pre-installed, okay? You hear a noise behind you in the dark, you're going to go on high alert, okay? Or you learn that, all right, if something's red and glowing, that good chance it's hot, okay? That's instinct. You don't want to grab the molten pot on the stove, okay? Learned habits are created, and so can instinct be created, but it's generally pre-installed. Now, you are in control of your habits. Let me repeat that. You are 100% in control of your habits. No, I'm not. I got to be at work at a certain time. I got to drive on I-4 at a certain time. Okay, you're still in control of that. You don't have to go to that job. And you might be like, well, that's how I make my living. I like my job. Okay, well, you're in control of that. You still have the decision to go, I'm going to continue to do this on a daily basis. Okay, that's your habit. Getting up in the morning and doing my celery juice and stuff, that is a habit I've developed. That's not an instinct that tells me I must have this. Instinct, it would be, okay, I've got to drink some water because I'm extremely dehydrated. Your body screaming, drink, okay? That's different. You want 4 easy steps to do this, to install a habit. How's that sound? Would you like 4 easy steps? Okay, number 1 is decide. Write this stuff down, ladies and gentlemen. If not, get back to it later on when you're not driving or something. Go see the replay, write this stuff down and go through these exercises. Decide that the new habit is number 1, a must, that it is necessary, and that yes, you can do it. You need those 3 beliefs there in step 1, all in concert or unison to actually be able to make that decision. Okay? Number 2, written plan. I know some of this sounds familiar, right? We've adapted a lot of these plans, and a lot of these stages go across many areas of coaching. Okay, written plan of how to install this new habit. Well, okay, I want to start drinking celery juice every morning. Well, what does that mean? Okay, you need 15 minutes between that and coffee or breakfast or whatever you do. Well, I got it down to the second to where I grab my coffee, I run out the door, I get in the car and, run back in for my keys and, I'm all get up 15, 20 minutes earlier. Okay, there's a written plan. There's a way to do this. Number 3, schedule that habit. the same as you would picking up your kids from school, the same as you would a doctor's appointment. This isn't, oh, when I get around to it. Did you ever see one of those little circles that says to it? Let's get around to it. I'll never forget the first time I saw it. I was like, what the hell is a to it? And they were like, it's a round to it whenever you get around to it. And I was like, oh, that was a defining moment. All right, so number 4, commit. And this is, commit to 30, 60, or 90 days of performing the habit religiously. 90 days is best. It's been proven that once you do something for 90 days, you will continue it as a habit. Number 5, journal. How much better has that area of life become by establishing the new habit? Learn from this. This is where you create a formula, a recipe for other areas of your life. And number 6, set rewards for establishing the habit. It's okay to celebrate things that make you better. It's okay to have rewards along the way. This isn't hell. This isn't fire and brimstone. It's one of the things that we've learned from religion over time as opposed to faith. Religion was very much, if you don't do this, you're going to burn, you're going to pow, 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 pow. And, people, I don't know about that. But, if you've ever gone into a house of worship, however you worship, and it's loving and welcoming and fun, and there's music, and you go, wow, I feel love here. Love is the common ground in most religions. And I think almost all religions. I think there's been times where each and every religion has been twisted by people who go out on a limb and use it to harm and use it as a way to, you're wrong, I'm right, and so forth. But most religions are based on love of the Creator, love of each other. And so this is one of those things where it's okay to reward, and using, again, religion as a touchy subject, but I don't give a crap. I hit on touchy subjects. Think about it. In a way, it's a great example because if you go into or be around your people to celebrate your religion or your faith, however you want to call it, and it's a great experience and it's a celebration and it's positive, you're going to want to do more of it. Same thing with the workplace. If you go into your business and you're excited about it and you're happy because it's growing and you've got the habits in place and this thing's really your baby, it's a lot better than, oh my God, I got to go in the damn office again. You see the difference? So reward yourself. It's okay. And remember, no matter how hard it gets, how hard it is, how far off track you've gotten in life, how tired and weary you may be, you're one decision and one habit away from turning it all around and discovering the life that you're really meant to live. One. Doesn't mean you're not going to make more. What I'm saying is if you're really going, oh, if I had just done this, I would be able to do this, or if I just would start the business, just do it already. Step up and do. Okay, make the decision today. Start creating the habit today. Do something immediately after the show today to get the ball rolling. It really is that simple, my friends. All right, don't forget about Life Boost Coffee. You know that's part of how I keep the show going is the fact that I am an affiliate for them. Don't worry, it's not something you're going to have to sign up and, buy monthly subscriptions and recruit people. It's nothing like that, guys. It is just simply I was approved to be an affiliate for them not long ago, and I'm really thrilled about that because I love Life Boost Coffee. It's the cleanest coffee I've ever put my lips on. Right here, got my coffee right here, guys. But the thing is it's totally organic, mycotoxin free, single sourced, just an amazing coffee, and it tastes the best. So if you're a coffee drinker, get some. You will absolutely love it. And that is how we want it. We want you to love what you do. We want you to enjoy life. It is not, yes, I want you to work hard. Yes, I want you to set goals. I want this stuff to work for you. But the truth of the matter is, it's here to be enjoyed. Okay? All right, I'm going to sign off for today, guys. Go get started. Remember, no matter how hard it was, how far off track you've gotten, you're one decision and one habit from turning it all around. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams, guys. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lew himself. As Coach Lew always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.